Hello, one more time, YouTube. Today we have a 274 Mercedes engine, and basically, what I want to show right now is that there is this guy, this piece over here, which is the PCV system on the 274 engine. This is the old one, as you can see. This is the old part, which Mercedes basically requires a core deposit when you buy the new part, and so that you can return this piece. And I assume they don't want competition or something like that, so instead of like somebody else buying this piece off of you and rebuilding it, they basically wanted to collect them all back, and so they can be the only ones having them. Anyways, that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to show how difficult this thing is. I saw a couple of other videos on YouTube as far as that element goes. I'm gonna shine out the light on this thing, which is this is the new one. Okay, it's right there. It's sitting behind there is 3 bolts basically holding it down. It goes right. This is where the thermostat lives, on that very spot right there. And so this is the element that travels all the way over here, and it connects to the inlet pipe to the turbo right there. Anyways, so in order to get the access to the 3 bolts that hold the valve down, you will have to basically support the engine. That's what I'm doing in this case. I'm supporting the engine from the bottom with a jack, and then remove the bracket. Obviously, to get there, you'll have to remove the belt, the alternator belt, the alternator itself, the compressor. Just move it aside to basically gain access to that bracket. So in order to do that, then you will have to remove the intake manifold, which is sitting down there, that one. The intercooler, this guy over here, and a lot of other stuff. So there's a coolant pipe over here, a bunch of hoses, bolts. The ECU has to come off, and the harness. And you might ask, why did I took this airbox cleaner out? It was just to gain some clarity out of it and to remove it from this thing, which is very difficult to remove it. You will have to undo the airbox cleaner housing, which is this guy over here. You'll have to undo this so that you can actually separate it into pieces and then separate it from the inlet pipe. So I said that, wow, this is a labor-intensive job. It took me a while actually to get it going. This is my first time, quite frankly. So once you guys get access to all this, so you will basically remove 4 bolts from the bracket and the 5th one that's attached to the engine mount, and then you have access to the valve and the lower bolt, that one over there, this guy right there. So it's a pretty difficult job. Just there's a lot of plastic parts. This is a 2017 GLC. It will be similar to on other models, with a 274 engine. There is some electronic portion that is controlled by the computer, which is this guy. I did some research about it. I read the introduction book, which is available online, so you can actually do some research about it. It's kind of difficult, and guys, please don't forget it. If you guys ever work on this, it's labor intensive. Let the customer know that it'll take a long time. I mean, once you start doing it 2 or 3 times, it will be a lot easier. Disconnect your negative. Always disconnect your negative, because you will have to remove the alternator. Therefore, this cable right here will be exposed. So this is the positive lead that connects to the starter and then to the battery over there. So I disconnect the negative, as you can see. Then afterwards, there's a lot of things to put back. When I get going, I'll show you guys the product afterwards. there might be a second video showing how it is after I replace this part. I cannot tell you exactly if this will take care of the problem that I'm dealing with right now, which is a couple of codes and some kind of like lack of power from the engine due to the fact that this thing is allowing the vacuum or the pressure from the servo going back in there. I don't know exactly. Like I said, this is my first time doing this. This thing is similar, this engine is similar to the 271. And actually, if you compare it on the introduction booklet that is about 60 pages from Mercedes, they compare a lot of the technical data, the technical information, and they compare them side to side, the 271 and the 274 engines, side to side. They're both turbo. Well, the 271, 271 Evo, they're turbo. 271 at the beginning was supercharged, then it evolved to turbo. And so same thing with the 271 Evo, which was more like this engine right here. But yeah, guys, so just be aware of this PCB system. It's a pain. Another thing I wanted to mention, so from Mercedes-Benz, I got this other piece, which I'm probably going to replace it since I already have it here. This is the breather valve, basically, connects from the, well, I would say the rocker cover, the valve cover, down to the block right here. This is where it connects, right here. See where my finger goes? There's one single bolt and a heating element right here. So I'm more likely going to replace this part. So this is a challenging job, but hey, it is what it is. Let's deal with it and let's get it going. I'll get back to you guys later on and see what happened. Thank you.